That will skip away from Nketiah, and it'll be a Manchester United goal kick. Going to see another Arsenal change. It's Marlon who's down. This is what he can do.
Yeah, great little bit of skill there. I'm presuming he meant that. I certainly wouldn't try it. But fantastic, fantastic ability. Kenyon again coming into that back post just to make sure that the danger gets cleared.
United are making the point here that Donyell Malen was off the pitch injured and now is walking all the way across it to wind down the clock. Arsenal are actually going to make a couple of changes here. Yassine Fortune and Vlad Dragomir, the two to come on here. A Parisian and the Romanian come on to see out the final stages of this one. The other Arsenal player to go off is going to be Eddie Nketiah. Under-18s top scorer this season with 14 goals. Last season 24 in 28 games in the league. 28 goals in all competitions. Certainly someone who is dangerous. Hasn't found the target today really, but
it seems if we've had a break for 5 minutes, you'd think the referee would say just try and hurry it up a little bit, you know. I can understand them sort of using their experience to sort of run the clock down and what have you, but
and it goes off Barrett. Barrett with the challenge. Garner given away. Willock through now towards Nelson, looking for a third. Richardson palms it away. And here's Michaela trying to tidy up.
Outside.
Bowler with a chance to cross. Happy to lay it off to McGuane. That'll be a free kick for the challenge by Garner.
Yeah, just caught him there a little bit late.
Three. Pass, three. Dribble, three.
Important to keep concentration now, isn't it? Because even though it feels like there's no way back, you certainly don't want to concede a third and a fourth. And
well, heads naturally go down, David, but as I said before when we went a goal down, you find out the character of people who are willing to just run that extra yard and battle away to keep going. Bit more tiring today with the weather being the way it is. But you can just see that they've obviously had control of this game in the second half, and they get the second goal, and that puts the game to bed from their point of view.
so Willock and Nelson over the ball. Nelson's going to hit it straight into Hamilton.
Done well, Hamilton there, blocking the ball, then trying to win it back.
Theo Richardson will have a Manchester United goal kick. We'll have a final Arsenal change first. Let's just see the save just a moment ago from Theo Richardson.
Yeah, I think he's almost reading where that's going to go. He knows the Arsenal lad's going to shoot with his right foot, try to curl it round him into that far corner. Stood well though.
It's the end of the game for Reece Nelson, who will be replaced by Charlie Gilmore. Gilmore, who has 3 goals this season. They all came in one game, all came from the spot as well, in a 4-1 win against Liverpool. 3 penalties in one game. How to play it goes off done. And what Arsenal perhaps have done quite well is the game management here, isn't it? Just taking the pace out of the game, winding the clock down, frustrating United even more, having got that second goal.
I think even they would admit the first half hour, Dave, they were chasing the ball, really, like United are doing now. United had most of the possession, but just could not get that goal. But they kept going, finished the half strongly, but came out the second half and it's been difficult. It's been difficult for United to get close enough to them. They've used their experience and passed the ball around in conditions which is difficult. Try to get the ball back in normal conditions, but to try to get it back in these conditions is even harder. Again, a little bit of tiredness there. That wasn't happening in the first half from Hamilton. Just an easy ball back to Kenyon. It's understandably so. You can see a few heads going down, but you've got to keep going though. You've got to keep battling.
Of course, we talk about match winner Joe Willock being related to Matty Willock. Brothers, indeed, Chris Willock also at Arsenal in the reserves. Matty was at Arsenal for a spell earlier in his career. He was also at Reading. And he'll quite possibly be in action for the under-23s, the reserves, on Monday night down at the Emirates against Arsenal. Live here on MUTV at 6:30. Dragomir. Warren puts up a fight.
Yeah, he's done well. He's won the ball and unlucky not to get a free kick as well.
Here's Gilmore. Medley to Bola, to McGuane. Manchester United free kick as we head into added time. There won't be too much of that, I wouldn't have thought. Had a few stoppages along the way, but this is Michaela. If United were to strike now, it might set up a little bit of a flourish at the end.
We've got to try and get the ball forward before they all get back though, David, and most of them are behind the ball now. It's hard enough to break them down anyway, but we won the ball, you've got to try and get in their half. But Kenyon's got forward not as much as in the first half, but certainly in the second. He's got forward a few times on that left-hand side, but goalkeeper Virginia had not a lot to do in the second half compared to the first half hour.
Yeah, those early saves from the Portuguese proving vital in the end. At a time when United looked quite likely to get a goal, then another one, then maybe another one. Instead, he looks like he's going home with a clean sheet.
It was almost like shooting practice for United that first half hour. You just couldn't get that breakthrough.
George Tanner makes his way down to the United dressing room. He would have, on a normal day, played a full part in this game, rather than being watching from the stands. Arsenal beat Blackburn 5-1, as I said, at the weekend with a team similar to this one, just one change. Previous weekend they beat Liverpool 4-1 with an entirely different team. Shows the resources that they have at this level, which perhaps United haven't had today. A number of players out injured or away with their countries. That was a bit of a nasty landing. Hamilton beaten off the ball by his opposite number, Da Silva. Dragomir stopped by Richardson. And anywhere will do from Hamilton.
Again, Richardson, point-blank save. He's been the busier of the two keepers, obviously, in the second half. Maybe just got a wee bit fortunate for United defender running back in, but the Arsenal player already went down under a challenge there, come down awkwardly on his shoulder or arm.
Really nice landing, by the way, in the build-up to that, as you mentioned, Arthur. This is what happened.
Oh, he's up one the head up. Oh.
I'll tell you what, there's a few issues there, isn't there? Because first of all, you're landing on the small of your back. Second of all, on your left arm. And then the arm digging into the rib cage there for Osei Tutu.
That's what it looks like it's been, I think. His arm actually hitting his ribs.
He's a useful player to have in your squad. He can play right back, centre back, left back, or right wing. Signed from Reading a couple of summers ago. Free kick for the foul by Hamilton.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration. I think he's not going to go anywhere with the ball there. Can't do anything.
And this will probably be the last act.
Short one.
Willock